Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Subnautica Below Zero. This is the reason why Subnautica Below Zero was not what we expected. Now, there's a few things that I want to talk about. Well, we're just going to be talking about it while I played the game. Now, I feel as though that there is a lot of stuff wrong with this. Overall, I don't think it's not that bad of a game, but something that you have to understand when you make the critic of this, and that you have to understand about others' opinions, is that Subnautica is still a favorite, and it's a favorite game of a lot of people, and still is a favorite game of a lot of people. Now, a lot of people don't like Subnautica, which is understandable. There's a lot of things wrong with Subnautica. Some people like a much more engaging aspect of survival games. Some people like when you have to fight more, kind of like Ark.
Go as planned.
Shut up, Robin. Some people like more of a fighting aspect, which is fair. It's absolutely fair. I can see why they would like that. I also like a fighting aspect of the game, but I mean, there's also nothing wrong with the Subnautica. Something I will say about Subnautica Below Zero that they did very well is the world building. The world building for Subnautica Below Zero is insane. They have a lot of really good biomes and all that, which is a very good thing. That is just good. I feel like they tried to copy a lot of things from Subnautica, which they failed at. Which I mean, most sequels do. I mean, Pacific Rim Uprising. It wasn't that bad a movie, but Pacific Rim was so good that there's really just nothing that you could have done about that. People didn't like it that much because of the fact that shut up. But people liked Pacific Rim so much that Pacific Rim Uprising was not that good of a movie comparatively. But
she spoke often and
shite me. This thing just made me lose the trail of thought. But the world building of this is very good. I will say that. Something that kind of annoys me is, why is the PDA woman Indian? What's up with that, man? Like, the PDA voice before was like, it was amazing. It was nostalgic. I actually liked it. Like, I would give her a name and I would hate it, but like I liked it at the same time. But a very big thing about Subnautica Below Zero that they did wrong was the immersiveness. I like the fact that there's weather. I think there's weather in this, if I'm not mistaken, which Subnautica 1 did not have. I feel like that's very cool. But a lot of the things, like the Leviathans, is just completely different in a bad way. Some of them are cool, some of them are just kind of like, the heck is this thing? You know what I mean? Okay, I need a sea glide because I'm so slow right now. Fin, silicone rubber,
I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope. I am still kind of proud of that, though.
But that's one of the biggest things about it. There's so little immersiveness in this that it's like you know exactly what to do at all times because they're holding your hand throughout the game, which is not a good sign. Now, this is my first time playing the game, like playing it for myself. I've watched others play it, but I don't know. They tried copying a lot of the stuff. Now, we are still on 4565B, I think the name is. We're still there, so I don't understand why we can't have the Reaper Leviathans or the Sea Dragon Leviathans, which were sick as hell. Well, a little correction here. I know why we can't have the Reaper Leviathans and the Sea Dragon Leviathans, because it's too cold. But you probably could have put it in the Sea Dragon Leviathans in the volcanic place, or the Ghost Leviathans in the Void. I feel like that would have been very cool in the ecological dead zones. I know it's an entirely different region because they have the sectors like the crater and all that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I absolutely love Subnautica 1's Leviathans, but that's just me. Or the Void Leviathans, for God's sake. I mean, they live in the abyss, or the Void, sorry, where everything is. Yeah, see, there's weather. There's actual weather stuff. I like the temperature thing. I find that to be a very it's different. It's much different than other stuff. Most games don't have a temperature thing that's really noticeable, that really changes something. Like the temperature thing, it's like the oxygen bar, except when you're above water. So I like the fact that they did that. So something I feel as though that Subnautica 2 is going to do better is what did I just do? Is the world building, because or not world building, the immersiveness. I hope that they bring that back, because every single time we keep going back to I don't even know what it's called. 4565B. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me in the comments. But we keep coming back here, but it's like weird, you know? It doesn't feel like the same. We're going back again, Subnautica 2, but I feel as though that we kind of need to be in a more immersive environment than this, you know what I mean? Like, the game is not bad at all. And there's a lot of things that are the same. Like, you have peepers. I don't know why. I feel like the Void Leviathans could have been brought back in the Void. Or, sorry, not Void Leviathans. That'd be a sick mod, though. Void Leviathans, golly, like an upgraded version of Ghost Leviathans. Ghost Leviathans, I feel like it feels like that they could have absolutely, by every means, been back, and also maybe Sea Dragon Leviathans. They're pretty cool. I feel like they did have a big thing to do that, but a lot of the things that you had to do, and that you could have done, in Subnautica is like, give me your child. You pretty much start the exact same as Subnautica 1, where you get you have to get survival stuff. I feel like they try and push Robin on you a bit too hard. Like, I feel like they're really trying to make you like her. In the way that we liked Riley, but he didn't say a single thing. We loved Riley. He was an unspoken chat, okay? And you kind of had to, like, think of yourself, like, who am I? I'm this person. I can make myself this person. Since he's not saying anything, you have no need to fill it. You already know it. You know. And I'm having a way of articulating this. Since he's not saying anything, you can make him yourself. You can give him your personality. You can give him your identification. He's not saying anything. He's not doing anything other than, like, letting you play him, you know? Everyone loved Riley because he was there. He's one of those characters that he doesn't say anything, but we all love him for some reason. Robin says a lot, too much, and we don't like her that much. So that is a big thing. Let me get my oxygen tank. Alright, there we go. 75. But
the standard oxygen tank can be
what is crystalline sulfur? I guess I'll find it. Now there's a lot of things that I haven't, like, done. So this is a completely blind experience. I'm just gonna be playing through the game and letting you guys know what's here. But from my experience, from watching things, from seeing stuff, there's a lot of things that could be done way better. And I feel as though that they messed it up bad to the point where the game suffered really bad. A lot of people were really hyped for Subnautica 2, or Below Zero, same thing. But it's really more of a DLC. Realistically, it's a lot more of a DLC. It might be a DLC. No, it's a separate game, but I don't know why they didn't just make it into DLC. It has a separate storyline, but it would have been good as a DLC. Personally, I think that it would have been really good as a DLC. Oh no, don't hurt me. Because it makes sense as a DLC. You know what I mean? Now, going on the subject of liking people, like how we like Riley and now Robin, we also liked a lot of the Leviathans. You know, the ones that are just super freaking cool. You know, those ones. Yeah. We liked the Leviathans. They were sick. The Reaper Leviathan is one of my favorite creatures in gaming. The designs, all of that, amazing. A lot of that changes in Shut your mouth, you piece of shite. A lot of that changes in Subnautica Below Zero. Also, her talking is kind of just annoying. You know what I mean? Ooh, this is cool. Like, we see nothing of old Leviathans. Like, no, not even any signs of it. And I don't like that personally. I like when it references the old game. The only reference I see of the old game is the actual stuff, like the equipment, and the fact that we're on the same planet. That's the only thing that I see that really references the old game. Another horrible thing is that the sea moth is absolutely amazing, while the sea truck is ass cheeks. So that's a problem. What is this? Oh, I'll take some oxygen. Ooh, sea glide fragment. Oh, these are sea monkey nests. Okay. Sea monkeys are also very, very cute, but like they're freaking little devils. I hate them. I know exactly what they do, for the record. They're little devils. But yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that I have to say in my very vague experience of watching Subnautica Below Zero. Because I'm gonna play it because I love Subnautica, the entire game of it all. I love Subnautica. There's nothing I don't love about Subnautica, the franchise. I love the creature designs. The creature designs is amazing. There's not a lot that I can complain about in the normal game. A lot of the things, they kind of look a little bit funky. You know what I mean? Like the Reaper Leviathan looks badass. The Ghost Leviathan looks badass. The Sea Emperor Leviathan looks badass. The Sea Dragon Leviathan looks badass. I mean, like, those Leviathans look badass. But I mean, here it's like, it's there. It's there. And that's the max you can say. A lot of the Leviathans, I don't remember their names because I still haven't been acquainted. Oh, golly, the words are just not articulating enough to the point of poop. Golly. But come here, you piece of shite. Come here. There we go. But the Leviathans, they're there. They're not big on the scares. I mean, I can see how you would get jump scared maybe once or twice, but running away from an actual, like, Leviathan is, like, scary as hell. I do like the Shadow Leviathan design, but I mean, a lot of the other Leviathans are kind of meh, personally. I mean, I like big scary monster, you know what I mean? Like, I like kaiju, but I don't like all kaiju. I don't like a lot of their designs, you know? Like, some of them look stupid, some of them look badass. It's kind of knowing when to stop making new, it's knowing when to stop. Because you can, by every means, keep making different Leviathan after different Leviathan, but I mean, if you have something that's working, why change it? You know? Like, now what I mean by this is, don't stop making Leviathans. By every means, do, but don't make them so goofy. Like the Caligula guy, dude that has like the 4 pincers, it's so stupid. He looks stupid. The Reaper Leviathan looks badass and is nightmare fuel. I mean, when I was like 11, playing Subnautica for the first time, it was terrifying. I was scared out of my mind. I think I actually stopped playing Subnautica altogether because I first encountered the Reaper Leviathan. I was 11 at the time, so I was kind of a pussy. But the Caligula is not nightmare fuel. He's not nightmare fuel at all. He's goofy. The Shadow Leviathan does not by any means look as scary as the Ghost Leviathan. I mean, it looks like a cool Leviathan, but it's not scary like the Ghost Leviathan. I mean, the Ghost Leviathan was so rare that if you saw it, you're terrified. It just boom comes up. It's transparent. It's awesome. Okay, but the thing Below Zero does is it takes away a lot of the horror aspect, which is what made Subnautica so good. Because it was an underwater horror, which was really good, which we didn't have that much of. I don't know, man. I feel like they had a lot of chances to make this game amazing, but they missed it. I mean, these guys are pretty cool. A lot of the things do keep to the design of normal Subnautica. Oh, let me get some oxygen. But a lot of them also don't. If you know what I mean. They look out of place compared to everything else. Like, there's a lot that I can say, and I also can't say, because I haven't played through the entire game, and I haven't gone through the motions of normal Subnautica like that. But Subnautica was special because there's not a lot of games that are like that. There's not a lot of games that are like underwater horror. You know? There's really not a lot of games that are like underwater horror. I mean, you can try doing an underwater horror. I mean, by every means, do. Make a good underwater horror, and we'll be playing that. Everyone wants a good underwater horror game. And this doesn't even try and focus on horror. It's just good like that. But by every means, make a good underwater horror game, and everyone will love it. But this game takes a lot of the horror aspect away and replaces it with just an attempt at immersion. I think the thing that really keeps you unimmersed is a lot of the voices. In Subnautica 1, there was a lot of room to speculate. There's a lot of room. Whoa, frick you. There's a lot of room to say, oh, I think this is what happens in all of this. There's a lot of room to speculate for Riley's lore. You know what I mean? Golly, these guys are super annoying. But in Subnautica 2, not so much. You know? Like, Subnautica... Sorry, not Subnautica 2. Below Zero. If I say Subnautica 2, just think I'm saying Below Zero. But here, it's too much talking, you know? Like, if I'm like watching a movie and everything's quiet, I don't want to be hearing people talking. Like rarely you'd find a PDA and you'd go listen to that, but you'd be listening, right? You wouldn't be hearing full conversations. I mean, occasionally there's like one, maybe there's a few, but not a lot. Like here, it's like someone says to me, "It's like, I got you, homie." Like, bro, just don't talk. I feel like they really tried to put you in the immersion, but they failed. That's the biggest kind of problem, you know. Personally, at least for me. But I don't know. You can have your own opinion. Personally, I feel like this game could have been absolutely amazing. Could have absolutely lived up to the first Subnautica, but it failed to do so, which is why a lot of people are still playing Subnautica 1, but just with mods. I mean, that's what most people do with Ark. Like, okay, ASA is great and all, but it's horribly optimized. I can't play it. I have a great PC and I can barely play it. It's like, what the frack, man? What is this optimization? It's so framey. It's just like, what the frack is your problem, man? You know? I don't know, man. It's just, it could have been such a freaking good game, and that's the thing that gets me so mad. It could have been an amazing game, but it isn't, because of the fact that they tried too hard on certain aspects and didn't do enough on other aspects. But I don't know. It's just kind of sad to see Subnautica be like this. Like, I love Subnautica. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And for the record, I play a lot of games. I mean, I've been playing games my entire life, pretty much since I was like 3. I think, even though I was born. Oh shite. Where'd it go? Even though I was born in 2010, I still play a shite ton of games. I think my first game was it was on a Wii. I had a Wii U. That was my first gaming console. I had a Wii U and a PS3. The Wii U my uncle gave me. And that was like the thing that I was playing on the most with my dad, which he would just let me win because he wasn't he wasn't into those types of games. He was into like Shadow of Mordor and all that because he loves Lord of the Rings. That's just I never got into Lord of the Rings personally. I think it's a very good franchise, but I personally never got into it. You guys can go roast me in the comments for all that, but I mean, screw you. Where is it? Is it back? I mean, I hate those things, first of all. But, yeah. It's just, it's sad to see this game be like this. I mean, you can absolutely make an argument for it being a good game, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it saying that. I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's as good as Subnautica 1, because Subnautica 1 was so good that the expectations for this game were so high. I don't know. It might just be me. I don't mind the game. I wouldn't be remaking new worlds and doing a whole bunch of challenges on it. But I personally didn't mind it. I mean, I don't know. It might just be me. I don't mind it that much. I don't think it's a horrible game that shouldn't be liked, and no one should like it, and it should be and it should be clowned on. I mean, shite. Why are you here? Thank you. I needed that crystalline sulfur. I have no, like, sequels are hard. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the, like, I'm a Transformers fan. I watched all, like, the Bayverse sequels. Transformers 1 was really good. Pacific Rim Uprising was very lackluster. And, it's just kind of like, the hell is up with this, man? You know? Pacific Rim Uprising was lackluster. It wasn't that bad of a movie, but comparing it to Pacific Rim, which was a masterpiece, it's like, the hell? And the thing about sequels is I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but compared to Star Wars, you're not gonna get a very good reception. A lot of the sequels are really bad. I mean, the newer Star Wars movies, the live action ones, are not that great. I mean, I don't know when anyone's really like, I don't remember the time when anyone was like, oh, are you going to watch the new Star Wars movie? You know? Like, my friends, we don't really talk about, like, we talk about stuff, but we talk about, like, Star Wars and stuff, but we don't talk about, like, the sequels. We talk about the prequels. The prequels were good. Everyone says the prequels are good. I haven't personally watched a lot of Star Wars. I know a lot of the lore because I'm an absolute internet nerd, but I haven't watched a shite ton of Star Wars. But I mean, I watched like the first movie and that's it. I also just kind of love Yoda, so I love Yoda and Grogu. I know it's kind of like, oh, you're a bozo, but I mean, dude, what's not to love about Grogu? He's just a little guy who eats frogs, you know, and is absolutely terrifying. But he's also older than your family. Excuse me, by the way. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Subnautica Below Zero. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe. Go join the Discord. Oh, making a Minecraft mod. So if you guys play Minecraft and you want a dragon mod, go check that out. It's in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. I might make an updated video on this once I have a lot more knowledge of Below Zero. But I mean, that's it. See you guys next time.